Yo, what's up everyone? This is Kaizouwar here. So, I decided to randomly watch the Xbox showcase where they're showing all the new games that are going to be coming out and games that have already been announced, stuff like that, right? I don't own an Xbox, but I had to watch it because I just had to see if there was any game that they're going to release on PS5 or PC or whatever to catch my interest, right? So I did watch it, and honestly, it wasn't like that bad. Honestly, the thing got better towards the end when they started showing games that I was interested in. But they did show off this game called Beast of Reincarnation, which I didn't really think of much about as the trailer was going until I saw that that it was developed by goddamn Game Freak, the company that everyone knows that develops Pokemon, right? Now, this kind of just I keep forgetting that Game Freak isn't owned by Nintendo. Like, I keep forgetting that they've made games before. They made games like, Little Town Hero and Drill Dozer and stuff like that. Now, Drill Dozer was a Nintendo game, but you know what I mean. But Little Town Heroes was released off. It wasn't released on, like, Nintendo platforms as well. It was, like, on PC and shit. So, it makes sense. But I always forget that Game Freak isn't owned by Nintendo. And I keep forgetting that. Because that actually shocked me. Because, like, you see this really highly detailed 3D game, and it's being made by Game Freak. And now, look, I am of the opinion, I love Pokemon. I honestly think people rag on Pokemon way too much. I really do. I was never expecting Game Freak to ever make Pokemon on these level of graphics. Like, as long as the games just look fine to me, and the games are still fun, I honestly do not care. I love Pokemon to death, right? But it's nice to see Game Freak doing something. And this clearly looks like something they want to do, right? It's being published by a different company, but it's being developed by Game Freak themselves. It's not like it doesn't seem like it's kind of like a new developer coming in and assisting or anything like that. No, Game Freak wants to do this, which I'm happy for. It's nice to see Game Freak doing something else other than Pokemon, because that's all they've been doing for the past few years is Pokemon. They've done other games in the past, but it has been a while since they've done nothing that wasn't Pokemon related, and I'm happy to see that this exists. It looks great. A lot of people have been ragging on the frame rate in the trailers, but whatever, man. Like, that shit could get kinked. Like, the kinks could get bumped out of that. I mean, the game don't come out until 2026. Whatever, right? It has plenty of time to get fixed, right? Like, again, that's a year from now. It can get fixed in plenty of time. We're only in the 6th month of this current year of 2025, so yeah, plenty of time. We don't even know when the game's going to come out. It doesn't have a solid date. But I'm happy to see Game Freak able to do something else. They clearly want to try some other stuff. Hell, in the new Pokemon game, they're trying a new battle style and stuff like that. They're trying a whole new take on the Pokemon Legends formula that started with Legends of Arceus. So they want to make changes. They just don't have the time to do so. And now seeing that there's a Game Freak game that's not made under the thumb of the Pokemon Company, it's nice to see that they're able to do something that they want to do, they just couldn't do under the Pokemon Company and Nintendo's leadership. So I'm happy to see that. It's also kind of funny seeing the name Game Freak off of like Nintendo. Like, previous games they made were off Nintendo. They weren't like published by Nintendo or anything like that. They were on different platforms and stuff like that. But I really, really do like that they're able to do more with what they want to do. I'm actually pretty excited about this because, like, I'm not even like, I don't think I'm really hyped for like the game per se. I'm just hyped for the fact that Game Freak is doing something else. And again, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I'm a huge, huge Pokemon fan. So I like seeing this company, what they want to do something else, they get to do something else. And I like that. So I'm hope to see more of it soon. I hope to actually see some Pokemon isms, even though they're probably not able to. Again, Game Freak doesn't own Pokemon or anything. They develop Pokemon. They're just the developers. But I would like to see some little sneaks in there, because they do develop Pokemon. I want to see. I don't know what they could even add, but I would like to see what they could, maybe a little Easter egg, like a hint or something to Pokemon that people will recognize. Here's hoping that Game Freak doesn't. Here's hoping Game Freak doesn't get sued by Nintendo, because that would be an awkward relationship. Just for adding a Pokemon sneak peek cameo in a different game that they've developed, and Nintendo's like, hey, you can't do that. We own that. Just because you develop Pokemon doesn't mean you can get away with that. We own that. But that's all I wanted to say, everyone. There's not much I really can say about the game. It does look good. I don't know if it's like the frame rates because of the game or just the trailer. I'm pretty sure it's probably the trailer, but if it's the game, well, they can have plenty of time to fix that up. But it does look good. It does look interesting. Like, this is like literally the best looking game that Game Freak has made. Like, you know, and, like, I'm not the kind of person who's sitting in the corner of the room saying, man, I really wish Pokemon looked like that. No. Pokemon has its own graphical like style. It has its own like art direction, and this game does as well. And I really think that people should be able to accept that, but a lot of people aren't because they're a bunch of just whiny bitches.